I am the CEO of Reyna Silver, which is a sister company to Reyna Gold. And I am also one of the founders of Reyna Gold. And maybe I'll give you a very brief history of why and how we put the company together. About, I would say 3-4 years ago, I was sitting and having a chat with Peter McGaw, who many of you know. He is the co-founder of Mag Silver, incredibly successful geologist. And he was mentioning to me how interesting it is that in Mexico, even though you have the same geology, especially where we are in Sonora, we're just below Arizona, it's the same geology in Arizona and Nevada. However, in Mexico, you don't have the same kind of district scale exploration that you have in Canada and the US. Part of the reason why is twofold. On the one hand, in the US and Canada, exploration, they probably have a good 60 years ahead of Mexico. After NAFTA was signed in 1984, that really was when the mining industry was open and then American and Canadian companies started exploring. And then what happened in Mexico specifically is because the Spanish were there for so many centuries, mining so intensely, and also because the permitting is so much easier than in Canada and the US. And because in Mexico, because of the weather, you can drill year-round, what started to happen was as soon as somebody found the first 200,000 to 300,000 ounces, the temptation is to go immediately into production. So the kind of district scale exploration that you see in the Golden Triangle here in BC, or the Carlin District in Nevada, where you generate huge deposits, 2, 3, 4, even up to 10 million ounces of gold, is relatively rare in Mexico. So it was with that backdrop that we, and I'll be saying some forward-looking statements, started Reyna Gold. Really, what we've done is we've put together four districts, and we really did this over a number of years. And for those of you who don't know or not so familiar with what a district entails, is some of these districts Peter McGaw had been putting together over the last 6-7 years, claim by claim. In Mexico, oftentimes the districts are quite fractured, and you have to do deals with different owners. So we put together a portfolio of 4 major districts in Mexico, and we're starting exploring the first one called La Gloria. As Chen mentioned, we are an incredibly undervalued company. We very recently went public at a time where the markets were starting to drop. So as Chen rightly mentioned, our market cap is roughly 13 million Canadian, but we have 9 million in cash, and we have 4 incredible properties. So do keep in mind as you're looking at our company, certainly an incredible buying opportunity. I will speak about the La Gloria project, which is our flagship at the moment, is the project that we have been drilling, and we've also had our first drill results. As I mentioned to you, the idea behind the company was to look for a district scale project, and this is in the Sonora Mega Shear, which is actually one of the biggest gold districts in Mexico. We're very close to the La Herradura project, which is owned by Peñoles. That's actually the biggest gold mine in Mexico. It's about 60 kilometers south. So what we've done is we put 26,000 hectares package in a district that's right next to El Chanate mine, which was in production by Alamos Gold, produced about 1 million ounces. There's really something close to 30 million ounces of gold in our immediate neighborhood. What we did is when we first put the property together that you see here in the slide, those are the 26,000 hectares. We started the work of doing trenching and sampling. There was a small area called the Big Pit that had been drilled very shallowly and had a small internal resource. And what we're doing now is over the last 2 years, through trenching, sampling, mapping, we have been expanding multiple mineralized zones across the property, and I'll speak about those. But before I tell you about that, I wanted to also mention, I was one of the founding directors of Prime Mining. I don't know if some of you have followed that company, and that's really an incredible story that I had an opportunity to be a part of. We started the company in 2019. Andy Bowering, for those of you who know him, is the CEO. And it started with a market cap of 15. We raised 4 million Canadian. It was a very tough time to do so. And similarly to what we have here, we had a small resource at the time, about, off the top of my head, 500,000 ounces. But it was a project that hadn't been worked on for many, many years. To be honest, when we took it first, we didn't quite know what we had in our hands. And really, it's been an incredible, successful story. It has what it looks like a multi-million ounce deposit. It's now, I haven't checked the market cap the last week, but the last time I checked, it was a $500 million market cap in just 3 years. And that's really the power of finding a big district in Mexico. So what we have here is the main zone, and that's the main pit. That's the only drilling that had been done in the project had been done there. That is, there were about 250 historic drill holes, and very shallow. The average was about 60 meters. So what we've done, as I mentioned, is we've discovered numerous new zones. We have 3 main types of area. We have an orogenic quartz vein zone. We have a hydrothermal breccia, and then we also have an intrusive related mineralized zone. We've did a very successful sampling campaign where we found some very high grades, including in a area called Pique Viejo. We find 93 grams per ton gold over 36 meters. And then we had in 3 more areas also a lot of gold mineralization. Just to give you a sense of the scale, that map that you see there, it's 5 kilometers on the line. So this is really a massive zone with multiple mineralized areas. Very soon after we went public, I think maybe last month, we released the first 1,000 meters of a total of 1,000 meter drill campaign. It was 36 holes. And, we had some very high grades with big lengths. If somebody would want to maybe have a bit of a better understanding of the different zones, we do have a booth, and our VP of Exploration, Ariel, is here, and he will be very happy to walk you through the details of the exploration campaign. But it really is a very promising start to our drilling. We drilled 1,000 meters of a total of 10,000, so we have 9,000 meters left to drill. These are more on our drill results. Maybe just because I'm almost out of time, what I will do is, we have obviously done a fair bit of geophysics. We keep finding new areas, and we're going to be continuing our 10,000 meter drill campaign throughout the rest of the year. In Mexico, we're able to drill year-round, and the other thing that I'll tell you is that this is the first of 3 other district-scale properties. We are applying our technical expertise knowledge to bring these other projects forward. We're very well capitalized, and I apologize I didn't get enough time to go through all the details of our exploration campaign. I'm out of time, but we do have our booth outside, and if anybody would like to learn more, please do come visit us there. So thank you very much.